From the very second Courtney Hadwin walked onto the America's Got Talent stage, the world felt something different, something raw, unexpected, almost supernatural. One moment she was a trembling, shy teenager. The next, she unleashed a voice so explosive it didn't just shock the judges. It rewired reality for millions watching. But that transformation, the switch from quiet to unstoppable, wasn't random. It wasn't luck, and it wasn't an act. For years, fans sensed there was a deeper truth behind that moment, a secret only Courtney knew. And now, she has finally confirmed what we all suspected. Before her voice echoed across the globe, the stage she walked onto already carried a legendary history. America's Got Talent, the brainchild of Simon Cowell, was never meant to be limited by age, background, or even nationality. In its earliest blueprint, the franchise was supposed to launch in the UK, but disagreements with ITV halted the plan. Instead of waiting, Cowell moved the entire concept to the United States, and by 2006, the show premiered on NBC, quickly evolving into a worldwide phenomenon that introduced unheard talents. From every corner of the planet, into this global arena stepped a quiet girl from the village of Hesleden in County Durham. Courtney Hadwin, raised by her parents Paul and Anne-Marie, lived a simple life surrounded by her siblings Paul and Melissa. At school, Hesleden Primary School, and later the academy at Shotton Hall, she rarely stood out socially. She was the shy kid, the quiet one, the girl who barely spoke, until she sang. And when she did, rooms trembled. Her journey didn't begin on international television, it began in tiny moments. Singing at school, joining theater programs like Shotton Hall Theater School, Peanuts masterclasses, and training with Julie Miles at Vocal Ovation. Bit by bit, her confidence grew. By 2015, she entered Teen Star in Newcastle, making it all the way to the grand final. A lunchtime performance of Say Something spread across social media. She won Hartlepool's Performer of the Year, opened for Sister Sledge at the South Tyneside Festival, and performed for charity Small Steps, building toward something massive. That something came in 2017, when she auditioned for The Voice Kids UK. The audience expected a regular child singer, but the moment Courtney launched into Tina Turner's Nutbush City Limits, jaws dropped. Even Will.I.am asked her to perform again, just to witness her stage energy one more time. Guided by coach Danny Jones, she reached the finals, proving she was unlike any young performer the UK had seen. But everything changed in 2018. A trembling 14-year-old stepped onto the bright, intimidating stage of America's Got Talent, facing the sharp eyes of Simon Cowell, Howie Mandel, Mel B, and Heidi Klum, with Terry Crews waiting backstage. She looked fragile, almost breakable, like someone who might crumble under the weight of a global audience. But the moment the opening notes of Otis Redding's Hard to Handle blasted through the speakers, the entire atmosphere shifted. In an instant, Courtney Hadwin became unrecognizable. The shy girl vanished. A fiery, unpredictable force took her place. Her voice roared with the soul of legends. Her movements felt wild, electric, untamed, like she had been waiting her entire life for that exact second. The judges stared in disbelief. The audience shot to their feet, and before anyone could process what was happening, Howie Mandel slammed the golden buzzer with the force of someone who knew he'd just witnessed history. Gold confetti rained down. The arena exploded, and the world clicked replay millions of times. Within days, her audition crossed 200 million views, turning Courtney from a nervous teenager into one of AGT's most talked about mysteries. People everywhere asked the same questions. Who was this girl? Where did that voice come from? How could someone so quiet turn into a storm the second the music hit? But while the world celebrated her, an unexpected controversy surfaced. Some viewers discovered Courtney wasn't American, she was performing on a temporary travel visa. Suddenly, people online questioned whether a British teenager should be allowed to compete on America's Got Talent. Instead of focusing on her electrifying talent, debates formed around her nationality. Hashtags turned into arguments, and critics targeted the show rather than the girl who brought the stage to life. Courtney never engaged. She never argued. She never typed back. In interviews, she explained that she avoided negative comments entirely. Her only priority, her only oxygen was music. But the pressure didn't stop. Her first performance created a standard almost impossible to match. Every song choice, every movement, every expression was dissected on Reddit, debated on Golderby, and picked apart by fans who either crowned her the winner or doubted her momentum. Some said she was too favored. Others felt the expectations crushed her. And when she didn't win the show, shockwaves rippled through her global fan base. Yet, instead of breaking, Courtney evolved. She refused to be defined by a single moment, no matter how viral it was. She would soon prove that her story wasn't about winning a competition. It was about becoming an artist on her own terms. After the show, she signed a major record deal with Sicko Music and Arista Records. For most young artists, this would be a dream, but inside the system, she felt something shifting. The industry wanted her to fit a mold, to write songs she didn't connect with, to create music she wasn't ready for emotionally. She later admitted that as a young teenager, she was expected to write about deep emotions she hadn't yet lived. Some of her music was even rejected for not being pop enough. Then Sicko folded. And for Courtney, that was a sign. Quietly, gracefully, she walked away from the major label machine and embraced independence. When fans asked why she now worked alone, she answered with a single powerful statement: "It's all me for this one." Completely independent, finally doing it my way. And with independence came Rebirth. In 2023, she released Breakable, a deeply emotional original co-written with producer Kevin Bowe. It wasn't pop. It wasn't manufactured. It was honest, raw, her. She followed it with That Girl Don't Live Here, Call Me Back, Monsters, and later the rock-inspired holiday track Christmas Rocks. Her song Monsters even reached number 19 on Billboard's Hard Rock Digital Sales chart, a massive milestone for an independent young artist. Her fire kept rising. She performed for legendary music executive Clive Davis at the New York Pops Gala, recorded full performances at Metropolis Studios, and released videos for Spellbound and You Only Love Me When I Lie. She signed with MN2S Agency, then shifted to manager Oliver Mohata at Total Artist Management, choosing partners who respected her identity instead of reshaping it. By 2025, her estimated net worth reached nearly $3 million, built not on manufactured fame, but on years of performances, streaming revenue, and her own creative ownership. Independence meant smaller budgets, but bigger control, and that's exactly how she wanted it. What makes Courtney Hadwin's journey extraordinary isn't just her voice, it's her story. She didn't follow the predictable path that so many young stars take. She didn't let the pressure break her or let labels define her sound. Instead, she learned who she was, carved out her own lane, and chose authenticity over commercial safety. She grew from a shy girl shaking on stage into an artist who refuses to be shaped by anyone but herself. And today, her journey stands as a reminder of what true artistry is. It isn't about perfection. It isn't about viral moments or trophies. It's about evolution, about finding your voice, losing it, reclaiming it, and standing firmly in who you're meant to be. Courtney Hadwin is still rising, still creating, still becoming her best work. It's not behind her. It's coming. And the world is finally watching for the right reason, not for the girl who shocked a stage, but for the artist writing her future on her own terms. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.